Okay, it's week 5, and we're halfway through the class. This is a mid-week update, and I'm going to go through your responses real quick and show you what I did with them with a few different tools. This is kind of interesting. I just had this idea yesterday, so here's what I did. So here's the mid-quarter evaluation, right? So here's all the numbers, right? At the bottom here is the text feedback, the short answers, right? So I took those short answers and I put them into Google's Gemini, and I said, based on this feedback, how can I make changes to fit the students' needs? And so it gave me this. This is the information you gave me, and then it gave me these recommendations, right? So I took those and I put them into Google Notebook. So if you'll remember here, I shared this earlier. You need to log into your personal account to access this. It's NotebookLM.google.com. I created a notebook and it looked like this. And so what I put in here as the sources were the course goals and objectives, the ISTE standards, the class introduction I had done, and then those responses. And I asked again, I made a note out of that feedback from Gemini. So here's all the stuff that Gemini had to say to me. And I added that as a note. So those are the class responses to the survey. And if you remember, one of the pieces of this is this audio overview, right? So this is where you get this podcast.
You know that feeling when the world of educational technology,
right?
just
It's
keeps
super
getting faster?
interesting. It's linked in the below in the SoundCloud link. But super interesting. One of the things it does not do here is allow me to share it with you with your UW account. So only one or two of you had personal accounts that I could link to. And I didn't do that. I figured I'd just show you this in this video. So, and another thing it doesn't do is give a transcription of this. And for accessibility purposes, this is super important. So I went and uploaded the video, or the audio clip to YouTube and made just a video out of the audio clip. And YouTube does transcribe it. So here's what the transcription looks like. With the timings, it looks a little bit different, but still there's lots of errors here. I have found. So I took that back to Gemini and I said, hey, there's 2 speakers here in this document. Separate those voices, right? So this is what I asked Gemini to do with all of this text. So it did that. It took the speakers and separated who was talking. So you can export that to Google Docs. So that's what that looks like here. And then I added that here to the transcription and the transcription to this video. So that's where I am right now. I want to say that meeting with all of you has been wonderful in person. While I love online stuff, I really do love that personal connection too. A couple things that I am going to do next week is we're going to spend next week looking at each other's portfolios and giving advice. I will clarify that a little bit. I think we'll take the week off from reading and focus on looking at one another's portfolios and giving feedback to each other on those. That's going to be my goal for next week. Let's see. Sorry, I just noticed a spelling error in there. So, yeah, we're going to do that next week. The office hours are tonight from 6 to 7. And one of the things I did find this week that I thought would be interesting to you is I subscribe to something called Faculty Focus, which is all about teachers, and I get an email when they publish new articles. So today's, April 30th, today's is about nurse educators. So I thought I would share that with you. It looks like this. That link is also right here. This video I'm making right now will probably be right here in between, well, maybe right below these. Anyway, I hope you're doing great. Again, if you haven't made your portfolio public, please do that unless you would rather just share it with me. If you haven't made your journal available to all of us, please make sure you've shared it with me. You can test that by just going to our projects page and just clicking on all the links. Every one of these you should be able to see. I think one thing I'm going to do is change mine up here. I've not been very good. Probably move Jonathan up here a little bit and move maybe Melissa up to this spot. But please make sure those are done. If you're cruising on your teaching philosophy, you can add it here. Yeah, you're all doing just great, and I'm very proud of all of you for the work you've done. And I'll talk to you soon.